Cars are more than just machines. They represent innovation, style, and sometimes disaster. While every vehicle has its high and low points, some stand out for all the wrong reasons. Today, we're diving into the world's 50 worst cars of all time. Those that left us scratching our heads, shaking our fists, and asking, what were they thinking? From poorly engineered classics to baffling design choices, get ready to discover the cars that made us wonder if the road was truly the right place for them. Let's get started. At number 50, we have the 1978 Dodge Challenger. While the Challenger name typically evokes images of roaring muscle cars, this model fell far from its predecessors. Essentially a rebadged Mitsubishi Galant coupe, it offered an unimpressive 2.6-liter four-cylinder engine producing just 105 horsepower. The base model? A meager 77 horsepower. This iteration was a sad chapter in the Challenger's legacy. Number 49 is the 1993 Ford Aspire, a joint effort by Ford and Kia. Its bubble-like body paired with a lackluster 1.3-liter four-cylinder engine made it the equivalent of a bad science experiment, underwhelming, uninspired, and easily forgotten. The 1989 Ford Thunderbird, coming in at number 48, tried to marry luxury and power but ended up doing neither. Too big, too heavy, and the price tag that didn't justify its features, it marked the beginning of the Thunderbird's decline. Number 47 belongs to the 1987 Sterling 825. A rebadged Rover 800 based on the Acura Legend, it lacked reliability and quality. Paint barely adhered to its body and electrical failures were frequent. Unsurprisingly, it flopped. The 1957 Renault Dauphine, at number 46, is a lesson in mediocrity. With just 32 horsepower, it crawled to 60 miles per hour in over 22 seconds, making even the Beetle look like a race car. Number 45 introduces the 1983 Plymouth Caravelle, the poster child for blandness. Built on Chrysler's K-Car platform, it was a stretched-out version of a car nobody loved. Plain, uninspired, and utterly forgettable, it's a masterclass in mediocrity. The 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Sports Coupe, coming in at number 44, was an insult to the Camaro legacy. Equipped with a 2.5-liter Iron Duke engine delivering just 90 horsepower, it lacked the power, excitement, and refinement one would expect from a muscle car. At number 43, we have the 2003 Chevrolet SSR, a retro-styled convertible pickup truck that failed to impress. With an overly heavy retractable roof and a lackluster Trailblazer chassis, it felt more like a clumsy concept car than a practical vehicle. The 1974 Ford Gran Torino Elite, ranked number 42, was an uninspired attempt at luxury. Essentially a rebadged Mercury Cougar with a clunky design, it epitomized Ford's struggles in the 1970s. Number 41 belongs to the 1981 Maserati Biturbo. While its twin-turbo V6 engine sounded promising, the car's reliability issues and rapidly deteriorating interior made it a nightmare for owners. At number 40, the 1976 Chevrolet Chevette offered little more than a rehashed Opel design. Its underwhelming performance and uninspired look cemented its status as a forgettable footnote in Chevrolet's history. The 1980 Chevrolet Citation, coming in at number 39, was Chevy's first attempt at a front-wheel drive car, and a disastrous one. Plagued by recalls and reliability issues, it left buyers regretting their choice almost immediately. Number 38 is the 1955 Dodge La Femme, a misguided attempt to market to women with pink trim and a matching pink purse. Unsurprisingly, it flopped, ending production after just 2 years. The 2006 Saab 97X, ranked number 37, was nothing more than a rebadged Chevrolet Trailblazer. It lacked the quirkiness and charm that made the Saab special, alienating its loyal fanbase. At number 36, the 1968 Volkswagen 411-412 attempted to evolve beyond the Beetle, but failed miserably. Awkward and poorly designed, it was quickly overshadowed by the Passat. Number 35 brings us the 1979 Mercedes-Benz 300 SD, a diesel sedan that fell short of the brand's luxury and performance standards. Despite being the first turbocharged diesel sedan, its sluggish 110 horsepower engine struggled to move the hefty vehicle. leaving it as a more historical footnote than a triumph. The 2006 Dodge Caliper SRT4, coming in at number 34, was a disappointing follow-up to the beloved Neon SRT4. Bigger, bulkier, and far less engaging to drive, it lacked the nimbleness and excitement that fans had come to expect. At number 33, the 1975 Bristol 412 managed to combine a hideous design with an underwhelming V8 engine. Its awkward appearance and lackluster performance made it one of the most forgettable British luxury cars ever built. The 1978 Chevrolet CK Diesel, ranked number 32, was a poorly executed diesel power truck. With only 125 horsepower and plagued by reliability issues, it couldn't compete with its rivals and tarnished Chevrolet's reputation for years. Number 31 introduces the 1923 Chevrolet Series M, a bizarre and short-lived experiment with air-cooled engines. Its innovative approach was overshadowed by poor reliability, and most units were recalled and scrapped, making it an embarrassing chapter in Chevy's history. At number 30, the 2002 GEM, that stands for Global Electric Motor Cars, was essentially a glorified golf cart attempting to masquerade as a road-legal car. While it met low-speed vehicle regulations, it was woefully underpowered and unsafe for public roads. The 1970 Triumph Stag, ranked number 29, is infamous for its mechanical troubles. Its unreliable 3.0-liter V8 engine and faulty electrics made ownership a nightmare, tarnishing Triumph's reputation during an already turbulent time for British car makers. Number 28 is the 1950 Crossley Hotshot, a tiny car with big engineering flaws. Its welded-together engine block and questionable reliability ensured it never lived up to its sporty aspirations, instead becoming a cautionary tale for car designers. The 1971 Plymouth Cricket at number 27 was a rebadged Hillman Avenger with all the charm of a paperweight. Underpowered, poorly assembled, and prone to falling apart, it failed to make any impact in the U.S. market. At number 26, the 1954 Nash Metropolitan tried to appeal to small car enthusiasts but failed with its awkward proportions and top-heavy design. Prone to tipping over and painfully slow, it became a symbol of bad design choices. The 1977 Lincoln Versailles, ranked number 25, was a feeble attempt at creating a luxury car to rival the Cadillac Seville. Instead, it became a forgettable mashup of a Mercury Monarch and Continental styling elements, offering neither elegance or innovation. At number 24, the 1976 Dodge Aspen Plymouth Volare exemplified Chrysler's struggles in the 1970s. Rust issues, poor build quality, and numerous recalls made these cars infamous for their unreliability and subpar craftsmanship. The 2007 Chevrolet Malibu Max SS at number 23 was a half-hearted attempt at a sporty station wagon. Lacking the practicality of a wagon or the performance expected of an SS badge, it became this awkward, unloved entry in Chevy's lineup. Coming in at number 22, the 1990 Infiniti M30 convertible was a structural mess. Its spongy suspension and uninspired design couldn't compete with its luxury competitors, making it a commercial failure for Infiniti. At number 21, the 1996 Ford Taurus, with its bulbous redesign, effectively killed the popularity of what was once Ford's best-selling sedan. It was strange and unattractive, marking the end of the Taurus run in the retail market. The 1987 Cadillac Alante, ranked number 20, was an overcomplicated and overpriced roadster that failed to compete with European luxury convertibles. Its confusing assembly process and mediocre performance sealed its fate. At number 19, the 1978 Fiat Strada Ritmo was a poorly built subcompact car that tarnished Fiat's reputation in the U.S. market, ultimately contributing to the company's 30-year retreat from the region. The 1975 AMC Pacer at number 18 was an odd and wide compact car that failed to resonate with buyers due to its unconventional design and engineering flaws. Number 17 brings us the 2011 Aston Martin Signet, a rebranded Toyota IQ sold with a ridiculous $47,000 price tag. It was Aston Martin's attempt to meet EU emission standards but lacked the luxury or performance expected from the brand. The 1982 Renault Fuego, ranked number 16, was a coupe with a tendency to rust and catch on fire, living up to its name for all the wrong reasons. At number 15, the 1971 Ford Pinto earned infamy for its rear-mounted fuel tank, which posed a fire hazard in collisions. The resulting lawsuits tarnished Ford's reputation for years. The 1989 Chrysler TC by Maserati, ranked number 14, was an overpriced and underwhelming hybrid of Chrysler engineering and Maserati styling. It failed to impress on either front, making it an embarrassment for both brands. The 1974 Reliant Robin at number 13 became a laughingstock for its unstable three-wheel design, infamous for tipping over at the slightest provocation. It was more of a comedy icon than a practical vehicle. At number 12, the 1983 Renault Alliance attempted to adapt a European design to the American market, but failed with poor assembly and reliability. The 1917 Chevrolet Series D, ranked number 11, marked Chevy's first venture into V8 engines, but its underwhelming performance and limited production made it a forgettable misstep. Entering the top 10 now, the 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Diesel comes in at number 10. Its unreliable diesel engine was a mechanical nightmare, causing engine failures that damaged Oldsmobile's reputation. At number 9, the 1957 Trabant was an East German car made of recycled materials. Despite its origins, it became a symbol of poor engineering and outdated technology. The 1982 Cadillac Cimarron, ranked number 8, was little more than a rebadged Chevrolet Cavalier marketed as a luxury car. Buyers saw through the facade, and it quickly became an icon of laziness in automotive design. At number 7, the 1958 Edsel Corsair became a symbol of automotive failure with its odd styling and poor market reception. At number 6, we have the 2003 Saturn Ion, a car with shocking incompetence in both performance and build quality. It was a car that didn't know what it wanted to be and ultimately ended up as a forgettable disaster. Number 5 is the 1971 Chevrolet Vega, infamous for its poorly designed engine that leaked oil and a body prone to rust. Despite its racing success, it was a failure for everyday drivers. The 1987 Yugo, ranked number 4, was an ultra-cheap car that delivered on its low price by cutting corners on every aspect of its design, from performance to safety. At number 3, the 1955 BMW Isetta was a quirky microcar that lacked practicality and safety, earning its place as one of the most questionable cars in BMW's history. The 1974 Ford Mustang at number 2 was a downsized version of the iconic Mustang built on the Pinto platform. Its weak performance and uninspired design marked a low point for the Mustang brand. And finally, number 1 is the 2001 Pontiac Aztek. With its controversial design, it quickly became the laughingstock of the automotive world. It's remembered not just for being ugly, but for its role in killing the Pontiac brand. The Aztek was the car that sealed Pontiac's fate and ended a legacy that had spanned over 80 years. If you enjoyed this countdown of automotive missteps, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all things cars. Thanks for joining us on this ride through history's biggest car blunders.